Hello, everyone. This is Suzanne at the Gospel Truth. Today is Sunday, I think the 27th, and I am coming on today to do a video because after I get done with this, my grandson's going to come pick me up and take me over to the hospital to the ER. I had a really rough night. My back was hurting, my leg was numb, my knees, both knees hurt. I didn't get much sleep last night, and I'm kind of tired and just drained. So I want to continue with our series, and what better way to get your mind off the pain and stuff is to read, watch TV, do whatever you need to do to get your mind off of it. And what better way than to study the Word of the Lord? And I don't know, like I said, if they're going to keep me or not. I highly doubt it. But I've got to get some kind of relief. I got to, get that break. It's been a week and I've not had a break from the pain. And it's starting to wear on me a little bit. So before I get snippy and cranky and nasty, you get to that point when you're in a lot of pain sometimes, don't you? Even though you try not to be. Maybe I can hit that off a little bit. Okay, when we left off yesterday, the family secret, Purity and her mother, Beloved, talked about what went on. They each told their side of the story. They are reconciled back together. They are very happy, very thrilled beyond belief. And the demons are in a rage about this. They know they got to cut off the head of the snake, which would be Beloved in this case, because if they get Beloved, perhaps all the rest of them will crumble too. But so far, she's remained steadfast, and let's see what happens further on in the journey. Chapter 28, Watchman Returns. After several hours, the vessels are awakened by the sounds of horses entering camp. Fearful it might be Master Craftsman, Beloved quickly covers Purity with the blankets and whispers for her to lie still. Harvester goes back to the back of the wagon to see who has arrived. Smiling widely, he comes back to announce, "Watchman and the men have returned. Our prayers have been answered." Beloved lets out a deep sigh. The howling wind and driving snow continues down the mountain pass, leaving behind drifts and icy snowpacks. The returning men jump down from their horses and hurriedly report to Elder. "We tried to get back sooner, but had to hold up for the night because of the heavy snowfall. But just as we thought, there was no avalanche. It's going to be slow going, but if we travel quietly, we should be able to make it before the next big one hits." Elder extends a cup of hot coffee to Watchman. "You were right about Master Craftsman. He convinced some of the vessels to go with him. We had quite a war on our hands. I'll never forgive myself for sending you away. We could have saved more if only you'd been here." Walking to the wagons, they rouse the sleeping vessels to tell them they must leave immediately. Approaching Beloved's team, Elder declares, "Master Potter is waiting for you at the Mountain of Fire. None of what happened last night escaped him. Just remember, he's aware of your pain, and Watchman and I will bring you to him safely." Damage assessment. Elder turns to Beloved. "We need a head count. Do you think you could organize one for your wagon? Comrade, you're good at getting things done. Would you take care of it?" "You bet, Beloved. I'll get right on it." Long-suffering, are you there? "Where do you think I'd be? I knew that guy was up to no good, but no one ever listens to me." Harvester, the deep booming voice comes back. "Yeah, I'm right here." Golden Incense, "I'm here. Any chance for a cup of tea?" Who else is missing? Fearless calls out, "I'm missing one of my wine goblets, but the rest are here with Joyful and me." Comrade tells her, "2 of our mugs are gone." Numb with the loss of her friends, Beloved announces, "We almost lost Champion and Generosity. I'm so glad they're still with us." Names of missing loved ones are shouted throughout the wagon as the vessels renew their efforts to bring order out of the dark night's chaos. Elder directs the drivers to harness the horses and ready the wagons for the hazardous journey ahead. Watchman tells the vessels, "Last night's snowfall has built up on the slopes above us, making the pass extremely dangerous. In addition to that, We have powerful enemies who would like to see us destroyed before we reach the other side. We must be very silent as we traverse the paths and remember to pray. The slightest noise could cause an avalanche. I can't leave. Beloved raises her tear-stained face to Watchman's loving gaze. I can't leave without my team. You have to rescue them. Master Powder wouldn't want me to leave without them. There's no time to go back. They've made their decision to follow Master Craftsman. They wouldn't come with us even if we tried to convince them to. They doubt Master Powder's love for them and refuse to believe he knows best. Bottom line is, when things get difficult, they love comfort more than him. Wow. They love comfort more than him. We all like to be comfortable, don't they? I would love to be more comfortable. I'd like all this pain to go away and all my husband's pain and agony to go away that he's dealing with and all the things that you're dealing with in your life. But we can't trade our pain away for comfort and be drawn away by the enemy, because then we're really lost forever. We have to put our faith, hope, and trust in Jesus. Golden Incense agrees wholeheartedly. That's right. I've seen plenty of vessels like that. So self-centered, they always take the easy way out and then blame someone else for their bad fortune. Watchman smiles sadly. They didn't take the easy way out. They just think they did. A tear trickles down his weathered face. Beloved remembers her battle in the wilderness with the same issue and how hard it was to hear the voice of the Holy Spirit after she gave in to her old ways. She looks at Watchman sadly. Compassion floods her heart for all the lost vessels. Watchman takes her hand and tells her, everyone must go through the high fire. The choices they made will have awful consequences and may take years to undo. But when they finally call out to Master Powder, he will rescue them. You know that from experience. Beloved smiles and blushes. And, continues Watchman, even in the midst of great loss, this is a wonderful time of reunion with your daughter. It's the answer to many of your prayers. You can't go after those vessels. They're Master Powder's responsibility. Your responsibility is to spend more time with your daughter. Sharing stories. I won't argue about that assignment, she replies with a smile. Turning to Purity, she says, when I was wandering in the desert, Amazing Grace was such a wonderful guide. He was such a faithful... Oh, Mom, he was so faithful to me, too. I couldn't have made it without him. Sometimes it was hard to understand the things that he required. Once he actually made me jump across a deep ravine cut in the mountainside. Did you have to do that, too? I had to jump there. I thought I would die. I was sure I would die. I threw a little fit there because he wouldn't come help me. The only reason I jumped because I knew I couldn't get back to the Potter's house. Me too. Did you try to return? Asked Purity. Yes, I tried to march right back down the tree-lined path toward the Potter's house. I didn't like the desert or Amazing Grace in the beginning. But, interrupts Purity, laughing, you can't get out of the way you got in. I know that to be a fact, says Beloved, overcome by laughter. You can bet I tried. When I finally jumped, my guardian angel Valiant caught me in midair as I was falling toward the rocks below. Your guardian angel is Valiant? That's so funny. Mine's Gallant. Maybe they're brothers, Beloved giggles. Did you go to the tent of the Lord? Yes. Did you follow a star? Yes. Oh, Purity, we walked the same path. Look, Mom, you're twisting your hair around your finger. I do that too. The two women delight in their similarities and bond as they share more of their journeys with each other until the sun comes up the next morning. Moving out. Everything that makes noise is tied down or discarded. Burlap is bound around the horses' hoofs to silence their steps. The wagons begin to move slowly out of camp toward the mountain of fire. The vessels huddle together in the cold wagons to comfort each other and find warmth. Spirits of depression swirl around the grieving vessels in an effort to block any encouragement the vessels are feeling. Purity takes her mother's face between her hands. Lifting it up, she softly tells her, I love you, Mom. You look so tired. I want you to rest for a while. Will you do that? Beloved nods her head and lies down. Purity pulls the cover up around her neck. Looking around, she spies Long-Suffering not far away and asks her to keep an eye on her mother as she goes find Comrade. Chapter 29, Precarious Path. Sitting atop his pinnacle in the formidable mountain range, death territorially governs the vast expanse before him. From his lofty heights, he watches the activities below as the wagons move out. His evil cohorts gather round him in waiting for their orders. Not wanting to provoke his awful fury, they remain strangely quiet so his fierce rage won't explode on them. Finally, his dark, scaly eyes turn to them. If any one of you fails, he'll answer to me. We will make forsake and curse the day she met Master Potter. But if you fail, you'll curse this day even more. Get her daughter, and anyone else this pathetic creature loves. One of his vile spirits breaks the silence, hissing, I want comrade, and I know just how to do it. Sadistic laughter and competition breaks out in the cruel ranks. Each devil boasts how it will be the one to please the master and destroy the most vessels. Deep, guttural growls escape from Death's gaping, wet mouth as he launches in flight. His huge wings move in powerful, accelerated surges to join his horde of evil disciples in midair. Dodging the missiles of glory shot from cannons of praise, they cloak themselves in the ancient camouflage of a violent storm. The sky darkens with black, ominous clouds, and blood-curdling shrieks blend with the howling wind as it drives relentlessly toward the base camp. The pottery wagons slowly creak up the narrow trail toward the mountain of fire. As they leave the base camp behind, the eerie wind once again howls through the precarious pass. Avalanche. A thick, wet fog hovers over the winter landscape of ice-covered trees and boulders, creating an unearthly scene on the slopes above. Long, dagger-shaped icicles hang from branches of the fir trees, causing them to groan in the winter wind. Suddenly, a gunshot echoes through the pass, filling the vessels with terror. Eyes wide with fear, they run to look out from under the tarp. Get down! Someone's shooting at us. No, it's an avalanche. Holding up the flap, Harvester points to the scene above them. Passing by a tall grove of trees, they watch a frozen limb suddenly snap off with a loud cracking noise. It hits the snow-packed ground with a heavy thud. A powdery fountain of snow and icy crystals spray the passing wagon. Sweet adoration grips Harvester. I'm not sure whether to laugh or cry. That was so close, it could have hit us or even caused an avalanche. Wicked laughter erupts among Death's headsmen, delighted by the apprehension of the vessels. A small force swoops down and lands on the icy boughs lining the trail. Jumping up and down furiously, they gleefully snap off more limbs. Snap, crack. Each impact creates explosions of snow and ice, sending shudders through the vessels and whipping the demons into an evil frenzy. We're going to die, Generosity cries. Champion joins in. I know we should have gone with Master Craftsman. Here we go again. We couldn't go back if we wanted. The trail is too narrow. We need to trust Master Potter. Steadfast exhorts, trying to calm the vessels. Seems like every time the going gets rough, they immediately want to go to the Master Craftsman because they think there's comfort there. Harvester also realizes they can't go back as he looks down the side of the wagon into a deep chasm below. Shivering at the sight of a sheer cliff just a few feet from the wagon's wheels, he quickly closes the tarp. Nudging Beloved, he urgently whispers for her to gather her team and pray. Okay, we're going to stop there. And the demons are at it. They're doing things to cause possible avalanches. The vessels are afraid. Champion is really afraid. I know we should have gone with the Master Craftsman. And there's a saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And it seems like some of these vessels' faith needs to be strengthened. And they need to remember what they've been through already and how far Master Potter has brought them. And I think sometimes it's the not knowing what the Lord has in mind for us. We want to do His will. Sometimes His will is hard to understand. And if you allow Satan to get in your head and mess with you and say, yeah, if he really cared, he wouldn't leave you in this situation. A lot of situations we cause ourselves or are caused by other people. And we have to really do a self-examination to figure out what's going on. Can I fix it? If I can't fix it, can I give it to the Lord? Can I put all my trust, faith, and hope in the Lord, knowing that at the end of all things, there is an answer. And we have to trust the Master Potter. All right, everyone, you have a blessed day in the Lord. Please pray for me. Pray for my husband. I don't know if they're going to keep me overnight or if they're going to send me home. I'm hoping what they're going to do is do an MRI, get my MRI over with, and determine what is going on with me. And just like I said, the pain is constantly there now on my back, and it's not pleasant. All right, you have a blessed day in the Lord. I love each and every one of you. You take care, and I will be updating you tomorrow. Take care.